They all have air. That's always a plus. No, your eyes did not deceive you if you watched last year's video. You remember the red truck? It's no more. And that right there is a brand new Frieghtliner. I think they call them a Cascadia. It's not a bad truck. We'll talk about it more in future videos because we're going to be in the truck quite a bit. But as for right now, we're going to take this truck out to the field. It's empty. And then we're going to hook up to, or we're going to pick up the other Frieghtliner, and we're going to head for Alta, Iowa. I always say the state name after the town that I'm going to. I'm going to stop doing that. Just assume everything is in Iowa now. Okay. Drive. We will load that truck when we get back. That grain cart right there is a fully loaded. For right now, we're gonna go jump in the Snowball. If you guys remember from last year, it's that Frieghtliner. I think it's a Columbia. I'm not 100% sure, but I named it Snowball. That truck right there, I'm thinking about naming it Fancy. Alice would like that. But I'm thinking about naming that one Fancy because it's really fancy, but I'm not too sure yet. We'll have to work on that name. All right, let's kick the tires, check the oil, make sure everything's kosher in Snowball, and we'll get underway. Welcome to the big town of Shaler. We got about another, I think it's about another 12 miles till we get to the outskirts of Storm Lake, and then we're going to hang a left. And it's a big brand new bean processing plant, and well, we're not 100% sure. Yesterday or 2 days ago, was it 2 days ago, I got in and out of there without a huge line. It's kind of known to have a little bit of a lineup. Look at that. There's one, two, and there's a truck beside me. There's only 3 trucks here. All I've heard is horror stories about this place. And I got up here 2 days ago, straight in, straight out. There was probably about 12 trucks here then, but now there's 3 trucks total. Now we will just simply pull into the pits. We will dump our trailer, and then we pull out and find an empty scale, and then it's when they empty it out, we grab our ticket, and we head back to the farm. Really smooth. The remote control is pretty much a game changer because it makes it to where you can, if it's dirty, dusty, you can stand all the way outside and control everything to where all the dust goes the other way and you don't have to mess with it. And that same controller does the tarp too. It opens up both traps, closes both traps, and does the tarp. That little knob you seen me pull on the back of the trailer when I opened that little trap, that little door, is to drain the airbags in the trailer, because the load dumps so fast that if you don't drain that, those airbags build up so much air and there's a pretty good chance you'll blow one out. So yes, I could have easily just taken the Frieghtliner that I was in if juices were all flowing and she was going down the road, but I figured since I have to load the truck, I'm going to just go ahead and load the fancy one up, the new one, and take it up there. I haven't taken it up there yet. Now there is something different about this truck versus Snowball back there. This is an automatic, or an auto shift, I guess you could call it. It takes some getting used to. When you're in the field, so you just you have to decide for it, because it will like to try to keep the RPMs down. It's like that's the main goal of this truck's engine for some reason, is it tries to keep the RPMs down. And I'm only speculating here, but I think that's for it's trying to get better fuel economy. One thing that is truly amazing on this truck, it has a Detroit in it. Detroit's rock on, man. It's Caterpillar, Detroit, Cummins, and then all the other boat anchors, but Detroits are a great engine. The awesome part about this engine, did you hit those jakes? This thing are just, it's your nosedive, man. She brings you straight to a stop. The jakes were phenomenal on this truck. They're really quiet. Another thing that's kind of neat on this truck is, like, when you put the blinker on, it acts like your pickup at home or your car. You know, you hit your blinker, you make the turn. When you bring the steering wheel back to straight, the blinker shuts off automatically. You don't have to worry about doing that versus my 25-year-old Kenworth W900. If you guys haven't figured it out yet, this is my first brand new truck that I've ever driven. I've never driven anything this new in my life, man. It's a whole new ball game. It's really fancy. It's really it's quiet in here. The cab is quiet. There's no air leaks. You can't hear the exhaust. You can't hear the truck. It's different. truck also has a weird function that it calls it coast. You know how, like, when I'm coming into an off-ramp and I don't need brakes and definitely don't need Jake brakes, I will throw the shifter up into neutral and just let her glide into an off-ramp or to a stop sign. This one will, anytime you're doing it, going down the highway, if it picks up a hill, going down like a gravel road even, it'll go to, the gauge will say E, and then coast right underneath of it. And that's another way to save fuel. I could see that working. I mean, this whole time, I mean, I've been in this truck a lot, you know, just that first day, just for, you know, 12-mile roundabouts. This one's a little bit longer, but it's still getting over 6 miles per gallon just doing this kind of stuff. And if you're going to get bad fuel mileage, it'd be doing this kind of stuff. But little stuff, like the transmission here is arguing with me. It's trying to go up to 12th gear, take the RPM all the way down to 900, and see, there it goes again. And boy, she's just lugging like crazy right now. So I hit that button, it drops it down to 11th. So we're in an arguing match right now. It's gonna win because I'm sick of pushing that down already. But little stuff like that. But that's not the truck's fault. That's the transmission's fault. I think Freightliner's got a nice, decent little buggy here. Would I own one? No, I wouldn't, because I have a different taste in trucks. But for doing exactly what it's doing, it's working. It's an easy truck to drive, so I can see why a lot of fleets have them. It's not a bad truck. That's not too bad. That's our first lineup. And this is after we've got a probe on the trailer. That's after we've weighed in. That's after we've dumped. But they have one scale, one outbound scale, and that's the only line that we've ran into. One more thing, then I promise I will not talk about it anymore. I won't have time to talk. Once we get back to the farm, we'll be doing a lot of what do you call that, where I jump truck to truck to truck to truck to truck. Huh. This thing's brakes. It has disc brakes. I wonder if my 25-year-old Kenworth could get disc brakes. That's kind of cool. I mean, I don't really need them, but it'd be kind of cool to say that I had a truck with disc brakes. I lied. As I said here in wait, there is one more thing. All in all review. I kind of like it. It's not bad. Would I own it? No. Would it be 3 times better if it had a 13-speed manual transmission in it? Yeah, it'd be a lot better. It doesn't have enough snort for an 18-speed, so you don't need it in this truck. But a 13-speed, that'd be quite pleasant. I'd like that, and that would make this truck an all-around different truck. I like it. I think they're up there working on the scale, or at least the printout that gives you the tickets. We wait. have to love moms. That's all there is to it. I seen it when I was pulling in. Yes. Oh yeah. It's a little breezy out today. Lance's mom, Sharon, she brought us all lunch today. That's what's in there. I missed her because I was up on the highway, but they left it by the bean head there. Thank you very much if you're watching this. I will eat this with a smile on my face. Can't go wrong with a sloppy Joe there, and a bag of chips. Is there? Oh, there's a brownie in there. Today we eat like a king. Well, because there isn't any lines up here at the bean plant, there's a slight change in plans, and I'm going to just keep running these loads up there, and then he's got another driver that's going to grab a hold of beans and take them somewhere else while they're waiting for me to get down. It's about 40 miles from the farm up to, they call it Alta, but it's closer to Storm Lake, so let's go with Storm Lake. From where we're at, the Storm Lake's about 40 miles, so you're looking at about an 80-mile round trip, and luckily we haven't ran into any huge lines yet, so we've been able to keep it going. You know, there's times when I sleep on off ramps and on ramps, and I will drop the airbags on the back of my tractor. That way it's more level when I sleep. This thing has an alarm that goes off every time you drop those the airbags on your tractor. And think I told you earlier, you drop the air in the trailer, you drop the air in the truck, because, well, they can't really exit that much air as fast as you're unloading it. It saves everything, airbags and so forth. I just jumped out of the truck, did a little walk around. No, not when he was around. He was way down there by the creek. It's that bean dust, it gets into your eyes and it kind of feels like sandpaper going through your eyeballs. Don't get out, stay in the truck. The air conditioned, nicely sealed, comfortable truck. That's what I'm doing today.
Or have died. Governor Kim Reynolds authorized a disaster proclamation immediately today for Calhoun County, and it's in effect now through November 1st. There's no bird flu.
You guys are going to love this. This is how much I listen to the news, watch the news, or whatnot. Apparently the government is shut down. I have no clue. I had no clue. I just listened to the news and they're like, the government shutdown continues and goes into day, blah, blah, blah. Didn't affect me whatsoever. Rock on me for never listening to the news. A lot would call that putting your head in the sand. Well, I dig a deep hole in that sand. Well, I think we're going to be okay to make it up there for another round. It takes me about 45 minutes to get up there. Yes, I know I need WD-40. The seat is very squeaky. Takes about 45 minutes for me to get up there, and we should be able to get there before they close. The killer about this is you have it all wide open, 2 open bays there, and the speed limit is 2.5. I wonder what made them go with 2.5 versus like 2 or 3, but they went with 2.5. I'm an outlaw. What can I say? I will take that ticket. Thank you very much. I'd freak out if that thing said, "You're welcome." I'd be like, "Oh, wow, I didn't know anyone was listening to me." Nope, we don't want reverse. We want drive. There you go. No, we need to go. There you go. Don't forget that brake. Gotta push that brake pedal in. Some of you are wondering why there's air in the seat and why I'm up so high. Well, it's a day cab. And I'm tall. So if I go down, not a whole lot of leg room. I had to stop and make a real quick body break, make sure all the lights are working on the truck, and I'm pretty sure there's either a grandfather clock underneath my truck or there's a bomb underneath my truck. I don't know what that ticking is. What is that ticking? I'm sure you guys know what this ticking is, but I've never driven anything this new, and there's a ticking. Kind of sounds like a ticking, like a furnace, you know, like an igniter on a furnace. Click, 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 you know, but it's a lot slower. I don't know what that is. I hear somebody. Come here, Jax. Who's the baby? Who's the baby? Huh? Who's the baby? You are, aren't you? Yeah. I know. I know. I miss you too. There's another day. Thank you for watching, guys. I truly appreciate it. We're still trucking. It's just a different style of trucking. You guys stay safe, and as always, I'll see you next time.